All right, folks, let's go ahead and get started. I'm Pure Netherite, and welcome to another episode of Star Technology, where I have made yet another mistake. I I don't know if we're gonna use the last episode's footage or not. I accidentally was recording the whole screen, which instead of just the window, which is not a huge thing. I don't have anything on here that I'm trying to hide. It was like, oh, you can see that I should close my idle cultivation. I'm playing in the background. I'll close that so we have a little bit more screen share. But I had this whole spiel talked about how I was doing LUV emitters, and the LUV emitters was because we want to make the circuit assembler for LUV, which is this guy here. So we just need one LUV emitter. And then I have to make all these guys, and these don't work. The router, for some reason, won't push to the block immediately adjacent to it. I mean, I can put a pump on there, but the pump only works one cycle. It stops once it sends and receives the cell again. Yark. So that's not cool. Anyhow, it was frustrating me. I had a whole thing about how I don't normally give up on it's entirely ego driven. Like all of this stuff over there is all ego driven, just for fun. No real actual utility for it. Yeah. So if you recall, we are working towards where? How do I get there? Nope, I was literally right there. We're working towards this new room where we have we're trying to get Pure Netherite going, and we're going to start just from scratch. So our inputs to this whole line are basically redstone and lava. We obviously need a few more inputs, but for the most part, we're trying to build everything from scratch. So this line here eventually gets us tiny piles of debris dust, and the reason why we'd have to have its own separate line is because that machine produces so little and eats so much of the what are these? The nether agglomeratio, that we were not making any more ender air, which means we were making radon, for example, a bunch of other things. Right. So, point of all that is we need to make this next line, and I have ethane as one of our inputs. I think there's got to be a better way, but I haven't found it yet. So it could just be that this is what we have to do. Okay. So if we need ethane for it, we need severely steam cracked light fuel. I think that was the one that made at least a reasonable amount. It's optimized for one of the other outputs we were getting. And that means that this machine here, which is running at 10 ticks per cycle, is running. It's just another distillation tower, and this is what splits the oil into all of the components: gas, naphtha, light fuel, heavy fuel. We have so much heavy fuel, and I just don't know what we're going to do with it. We could burn it, but we're kind of getting to the point where that's silly. I might do it just for funsies, but, whatever. Like maybe we power a big capacitor bank with it or something. Okay, so just as a real quick recap, I can't ever get to the I don't know why it is. I can't find this one. So there's a whole spiel in there about how we move from heavy oil to oil because heavy oil gives us, for every 100 millibuckets of heavy oil we put in, we get 250 millibuckets of heavy fuel out, which obviously was contributing to why I got so much fuel, and we really want more light fuel. I don't know if there's a principle there, but that was what was going on. So we built the Advanced Fluid Drilling Rig 3, which really wasn't that exciting. I mean, it was. I enjoyed the fact that we were doing it, but it was like, oh, this is easy to make. I could make a bunch of these. All right, cool. And then I wasted so much material building these huge tungsten carbide fluid pipes. And that's what's fueling the distillation tower now instead of this one over here. So if you recall, it's still trying to fill up. That's funny. Where is it going? Oh, I've got a super tank. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. So if I do go back to heavy fuel or heavy oil, I just got it. But this is making 30 millibuckets per tick, and this one's making 23,000 millibuckets per tick. So the whole thing ran overnight, and I was like, hey, how much has it used? We're down to 99%. It was 255, and now it's down to 295, and we have so many things. Oh, and you know what I should do? Can I break? That's a framed cube. If I just break this. Okay, here, let's try this. Let's do this. Just for funsies. And again, I know it's just for funsies. We are going to grab... How much is that? 96,000. The pipe holds more than most of our barrels. Alright, so if I put you here... Hold on, let's try that again. I'll go like that. Then I'll put this here. Oh, stop. That's not going to work, is it? Okay, let's try that again. Think everything through, buddy. I can do it. All right, 252. We barely made it out of there without failing at everything. Okay, and then why don't we just... it's over here. Super Tank 3. And then we can let it run, and when we start using stuff, it's not going to be a problem. Okay, and then your output will just be straight down. That's fine. This guy is basically full. These are all locked, but we don't see the arrow for some reason. All right, so this guy's going. It's actually, in retrospect, it's actually using a 16 amp. I did update that after the last episode. It's using a 16 amp energy hatch, so that's a whole stack of things. We might be using way more. No, we're not. Why? Oh, for some reason this is rate limited. We can't, like, it's got a 16 amp energy hatch on it. But this says EV. Oh, right, because if we look at the fluid drilling rig, and here, depletes fluids from veins underneath, allowed voltage tiers, EV to IV. So it just doesn't matter. We could probably put 2 IV in there, but I think it would still run at IV, so it doesn't matter. That was a waste of materials. I did complete the quest. I completed a bunch of other quests, and we are at the point where I need to kind of clear out some of these earlier ones. We finally need to set up an ME system, and I've said that so many times over the last several dozen episodes. It's coming. I've got the building for it. It's the Poneglyph Castle over there. Yeah. Okay, so once we've got this done, we've got the ethane flowing. The ethane must flow. And we need to set up another set of chemical reactors. That's where we're at. So let's go ahead and see if we can't swing that. And I am not in the right spot. Where do I want to be? I want to be all the way in the other opposite corner. Yeah. So I actually just finally put a bunch of the stuff away. So now I'm going to get it pulled back out. Oh, and I need to put that dirt away. I think these are in here. Yeah. In case I ever need giant carbide, tungsten carbide pipes. There it is. Oh, I was going to put that. Oh, my goodness. So many things. All right. Next step is I've got Cooper nickel blocks. I've got chemical reactors. I've got PTFE pipe casings, and I've got watertight casings. I was going to make some of those distillation, the large fractionating distilleries, but I don't know that we're ready for that yet. Chemically treated neutral. Okay, look. Heat vents. Do I not have any more? That's not right. What are these called? They're called TFE. Chemically inert. E. So it should be like up here, right? Oh, wait, we can do this. PTFE. Oh, they were literally right under there. But they're right next to the all these high temperature casings I've got. Okay, so I don't feel too bad. And then we're going to need some input buses, some input hatches. I don't think we need muffler hatches. We do need auto maintenance hatches. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so run over here down to the experimental process chain room. And experimental because I don't know that I love this plan, but I also don't know that I hate this plan. We need to fix that because what I think we're going to do, we only have that much space. I'm actually starting to get nervous about it. We have purified debris dust. So we need tetrachloroethylene, which means we need dichloroethane, which means we need ethane and chlorine gas. And there is no better method for this, and that really chaps my hide, but you know, can't have everything. Can't have everything. Okay, so, sorry. Yeah, there's just one recipe for this. There's two for this, but I don't really... Oh, this doesn't use the iron chloride. Oh. 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 And it uses less chlorine. So, consumption chance 0%. Oh. Okay. Okay, and we are going to process this stuff because if you use the tiny piles of titanium tetroxide, eventually we're going to dump those out because you get hydrofluoric acid with it. You dump in hydrogen, you get hydrofluoric acid, and we are critically short of hydrofluoric acid all the time. So since this will probably be running very constantly, that seems like a good plan. Okay, so in that case, let's grab ourselves, let's pull this out, let's break you. I don't care. I was going to save it. I realized at the last second I didn't care. And then the issue I have right now is I don't know where to put this stuff. I think this has to be here because we're going to dive out with item pipes again. Yeah, so it's easiest if I just... In fact... Maybe we give ourselves 3 space. I know I was just complaining about not having enough space, but let's give ourselves 3 space. That would be cool if you had like a whole multi-block made out of multi-blocks, but... Where does it end? Where does the madness end? Okay, so... That's... I gotta read the instructions better. I got to... Okay, so in that case, there's no reason not to, like, put the input bus back here. I went through all that effort to make the... I mean, we needed the new oil drilling rig, but it turned out not to be that important after all. The true oil drilling rig was the friends we made along the way. And the poor image capture. I think I'm deciding not to use that footage. So that being the case, let's jump over here real quick. I did want to shout out Hypercrafting, who had shown us... Oh, it's not here. It's but he was pointing out that this only uses... Well, that one uses 1024. None of the rest of these are running. Well, that's not helpful. But basically, yeah, this one here. Oh, this one uses 1024 too. But I think that's half of a EU, right? So if we come up here and look at this here, it's using 0.5 amps. So that means that we could actually put an IV energy hatch on there and it'll run 4 times as fast, twice as fast, because they're perfectly overclocked. Which one you use doesn't matter for how much each item costs. And yeah, it was down here. This is where we actually put it in. He was telling me that for the industrial barrels, but I put it down here for the deep slate maker. And I don't remember what we need a deep slate for. I think we crush it twice. Huh. Yeah, there we go. Macerate it. We macerate it. We get deep slate dust, and then in the deep slate dust, we can centrifuge it for biotite dust. Should we be so desiresome? Or, oh, this is something else. I don't know what this is. Zapolite. I think that's, well, it was IV. I don't know. Anyways, the deep slate dust, we could get the biotite, and the biotite gives us magnesium, and fluorine, which are both kind of difficult to get, but I don't know that I'm going to do that. This guy here seems to have stopped for some reason. I don't know why. I was showing off how well it was working, but oh no, it's working, because before it was down to something in the 50s. So it's like they just shut down for a little bit for some reason, and I don't know why it's not round robin. Oh, it's backed up. So why is this one over here? Oh, this one is running. Okay, so this guy's running. Why is this one running? Okay, fair enough. And then, give me 1 second. So why is this guy not running? Your input bus has one of each, and your output bus is empty. See, this is what I don't understand. We have... I just don't know. I don't understand. Yeah, I just emptied that earlier, right before I started. So it's running randomly. But why? But why? Okay, sorry. Distracted. We don't need to be distracted. We are grabbing a bucket of iron chloride, which is down here. Down here. So we will grab... Yeah, we'll just grab one fluid cell. It said 100 millibuckets. We'll give it 10 times that. That means it'll be 10 times as efficient, right? And experimental chain. This guy comes over here and goes in here. Okay, this is not the worst idea. And then I'm kind of trying to stay away from the petrochemicals, not because it's... I mean, it's... So basically the petrochemicals are easy, but they're not necessarily... Sorry, easy from a... So put these like here. Is that all it does as input? That's the ethane, and this is ethylene. Okay, so ethylene and chlorine. That's all we need. And then this one will get a 2. Okay, and then I might actually be running low on these. I've got those. I've got these. Yeah, I'm running out of the routers. We set everything up. Oh my goodness, it's just so many things. So much stuff. Yeah, okay, so let's set these up. So, modular router. Why do I only... Oh, this one's big. Oh, this is the one we put down. Right, that makes sense. So I guess we'll put that one down first, and that there. I'm not sure we're making ethylene as fast as we should be, but that's okay. Okay, and then this will be steel. I bet you I haven't used steel yet on the ethylene line. Actually, we could actually even use a fluid one, because I think it's right here. But I'm not a big fan of that. All right, which one of these is... That's PVC. This is PTFE. So this is polyethylene. Oh, we're not warping polyethylene out right at all. Okay. Okay. Router. Didn't I have another router? Oh, I put them both down, didn't I? Normally I don't do it that way, but it's fine. Okay. You go there. Connect to there. Okay, so this one's actually running properly. It's some of the other ones that aren't. Oh, wait. Oh, that's polyethylene, and we want ethylene. Aha! That's what I knew I was doing something. Okay, well, you can just hang out there. That's fine. Right, ethylene. Just double check. Ethylene, chlorine. Okay, cool. So... that does have a steel cell. Okay, so in that case, any of these stainless steel cell, we'll just use a steel drum. That's fine. And I should have put this in here. This one has... What are you... I want that to come right here. And I think I probably just undid something I did on purpose. But that's okay. And then this guy will get ethylene. And I've tried renaming buckets. I haven't tried renaming these steel drums or whatever yet. That's on my list of things that maybe I should try. Okay. And then this one has to go over here. This takes me so much time. It's a simple, algorithmic, just follow the steps and it works every time process. I still keep messing it up. All right, so we actually want you to come here. You can have that. And then we need the pipe to come right there. Get a little of that and hit it with a pump. I already had a pump. Okay. All right, so this one's not bad. The ones where I have to like go the entirety across the base, they are a little bit frustrating, especially when I make a mistake or I can't remember how to get there easily. Not poly, just regular. Ethylene. There we go. And these lines are going to actually get changed, which is going to be a bear. That's going to be a pain. But I'm really wanting to move all of it, right? Like here, sulfuric acid. I'd like to just make sulfuric acid because it's so easy. Let's make the sulfuric acid for this. And then the ethanol. I think we can make the ethanol right then and there. And that'll basically mean as much as we can tie everything to like the first tier outputs, like sulfur and what is it? Sulfur and water. I think we can use to make sulfuric acid. There's no reason not to just make it on the spot. It's not like it's expensive. And it'll back up. So it's resource intensive because I've got to build another chemical reactor. But again, resources we've got. It's the flow of resources we need to focus on. All right, and that's not going to do anything. It's actually stuck over on the other side. So we won't know if it's working just yet. That's okay. Because I'm about 60% positive it is working. 60% is a good one. All right, you go there, you go there, and then we need another couple of sender modules. This one is going to go here. And where am I doing chlorine? That's a good question. And I don't even know what kind of material to use. Okay, let's go track down where we're making chlorine from. I think it might be right here. Okay, here's where I've got chlorine. Oh, I know where I'm making chlorine. I specifically have just chlorine being made. It is the electrolyzer over here somewhere. Chlorine, yes. Okay, steel drum, chlorine gas, steel cell, stainless steel cell, stainless steel cell. So this is going to be a little awkward, but we'll go ahead and use an empty universal cell. So this one is already warping. Yep. So this one goes here, and this one gets the empty universal cell. And we can also use the empty fluid cells. So I've got 5 easy ones, maybe 6 easy ones. Okay, chlorine gas, and here. So I'm not real worried about the fact that the transit time is so long. Okay, good. And then I can come right back over here. These always look like they're real short runs. Then they turn out not to be. We need that pump. I didn't put that in here, did I? Okay, you've got the empty one. Perfect. Okay, so we've got chlorine, ethylene, and the other one. So let's go ahead. Well, let's drop some of this stuff off. You can go away. And I think that's it. Okay. We need to grab the hatches. All of the blocks look exactly the same at some point. I don't know what it is. So the output hatch is going to go that way. And we can just build the rest of this machine. Nice. I think I put the rest of the stuff in there properly. Oh, duh. We are running IV, and I don't think I've gotten any IV energy hatches. Okay. I had some, but then I built a bunch of machines. in between episodes. I don't even remember what machines I built. Or maybe I upgraded some machines. I don't remember. 4 should be sufficient for now. It does make my style of play much easier to do on YouTube. To have everything automatically crafted, because I can just go grab another one. I don't have to worry about, okay, now I've got to go make some more stuff. I don't have to plan as well. And that sounds like a lazy thing, but it's not. It's more just... Okay, so we're limited to how fast this can transmit everything. And we could fix this with a speed upgrade, because it doesn't transfer it faster. It just transmits one item more regularly. So like by default, I don't know. We could figure something out. But we got the chloroethane. Wait a second. No, okay, it is dichloroethane. I was like, wait, no. And then, oh, you just need more chlorine gas. Is that it? Okay, I can live with that. So, no, input hatch. Input hatch here. And we're going to put an input hatch here. And I could share these multi-block walls, but I'm really, really trying hard not to do that. So, yeah. And then one here and one here. This one is going to get the tetrachloroethane. And this one's going to get hydrochloric acid. This is just going to get voided unless I need it for something else in the chain. And I don't think we do. Pure netherite. This should give us pure netherite dust, right? Oh, and a chemical bath. Oh, I have to build a chemical bath. Gross. Okay, that's fine. Oh, and it's LUV. Okay, I think I can make that happen. Let's play with it here in a moment. Let's finish this up first, though. Auto maintenance hatch. Chemical reactor. Take a quick look at the EQ lines. Is that cicada out there? It's being so loud. So loud. Okay, IV energy hatch. Right there. And oh, you know what? I just realized. Okay, hold on. Wait a second. If I look at... I didn't even look to see that part of the recipe. Yeah, none of the rest of these is what we want. We really just want this chemical bath. Usage, 20,000 EU per tick. LUV is... Let's see, 8192 is EV. It's IV? Ugh. I have a hard time tracking these down. Maybe it tells me over here. It's not that I don't know what powers of 2 are. I just don't know which ones are which for these. So resource production, no. Processing. Yeah, it's got to be in here, right? No, power. Here we go. MV LUV power. It doesn't tell us. Well, bummer. Oh, here we go. So that's 8,000 EU. And this one is 32. So this is LV, MV, HV, EV, IV. So we are making, well, the solar panel 5s are making IV. That's why I haven't run out of power. I slipped a bit, I think. Which means that these guys are going to be 32,000. I know this is not super crazy, but it does affect because we just make... No, it's not going to quite work. It's not going to quite work. We'll have to figure something out. And I think I have an idea. I just don't like the idea. We don't have an L... Well, could we make LUV energy hatches? Okay, that worked. And what we're going to do is fluid pipe, input hatch, transfer out with chlorine. Perfect. Nice. Okay. And then this one is, it should just run, but we need power. We are running out of shellite. I've got a lot pre-made, so I'm not real worried about it. Good. Okay, so you're running. You got tetrachloroethylene and you got hydrochloric acid. None of the rest of these want hydrochloric acid. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so the question is, do we build the, I think we, I have a thought. It hurt, but I have a thought. All right, we're going to grab a fluid voiding. Oh, I have no more fluid voiding covers. That's shocking. I mean, not too shocking. Okay. I remembered, I thought I had one left, but I must have used it on one of those other ones. I am just willy-nilly throwing these fluid voiding covers on things. Yeah. So, a couple of things that I've been working on is really evaluating each one of these lines. Do I need all the machines running? Like, do I need this machine running? And the short answer is probably no. End block from Many Ideas Core. Okay. This is why we need ME. Mostly to make stuff like that. The non... Oh, and fun story. You can right-click it, but you can't use it. That's fun. I love that. Right, so I had a couple of machines here that I wasn't using, like double stainless steel plates. Oh no, that was here. One was making pentland deadlight into nickel, but we don't need that anymore. There were just a couple of things. Oh, good, I have some. Nope, that's infinite water. Did I never automate this steel dust? I could move down. Oh, you know what? I should do that soon. Huh. I thought I was automating these fluid voiding covers. But it turns out I am not. Where do you suppose I would have put them if I was making them? I think I was just passing by that fluid voiding, the water generator, and assuming it was making it. Okay, well, fluid. Well, here, you know what? Here, this is actually better. It's better for a couple reasons, not the least of which is I don't have to make a device. We are just going, because we've already taken this line up. So let's go ahead and you can go there and super tank it, and you can go there and I don't know, sure, like that. And then it will just void it. Yeah, you already locked the hydrochloric acid. You're full. And then we have to figure out, okay, so we've got the tetrachloroethylene. We need to make the pure netherite dust, and this is where I am kind of stumped. So we could do chemical bath. And this is not something I think we can do, but I do want to know how big this is. 5 by 7. That's not going to happen in this little space. Maybe later. Ooh, maybe later. So instead, we'll make this guy. This is not hard. We have all the stuff for it. And then we're going to go a little crazy. Actually, I go this way and here. Yeah. Oh, you know what? In fact, this is dumb. I actually have some laminated glass over here because you need them for the assembly lines. Yep. I wonder if there's a better assembly line. No, it's just the assembly line. That's fine. I just feel like it would be cool. Like the distillation towers are a really cool mechanic until they get frustrating. And then, you want to have the upgrade for it. Oh, I don't have the chips over here. I do have this guy. And we're going to need 2 of those. I think we're going to need 1 of these. Oh, I just now got the achievement for that. 4 of those. And I think just 2 of these. I could be mistaken about our ability to get this done, though. Okay, so let's try that for 1, and then for 2, we need 2 conveyor modules and a pump. Nice, and another cable. Sorry, I'm trying to think 3 steps ahead, and that's leaving me 2 steps behind. Yeah, do that work. So I gotta remember that these are down here. I don't know that we have any more motors. Oh, it doesn't want motors. It wants conveyor modules. Those we actually have a lot of. And then a pump. Which is... It is a lot harder to get from one end of my assembly area to the other now. Is that everything? No, we're missing the chips. Chips are right here, though. I think that's it. I'm just trying to think. So if a microchip... Okay, is this the one that I want? Okay. Transforms down or up. Yeah, this is the one we want. What are we missing? H-pick? Oh, this is an IV machine hall. Oh, well, that's... I could have been bootstrapping this entire time? No, that can't be right. That can't be right. Where would it... we don't want the energy hatch. We want the machine hall. Okay. And I know I've got the axe, and I'm, like, hitting things with the axe to pull things out, but it seems to be the least dangerous one to use. So I think this is our best bet. We're going to jump over... I keep going to Monster Island. There's no monsters there. I think DOW was upset that I had broken that down, but it'll be okay. Okay, here's what we're going to do. You're not running, so we're going to break this. Grab you, put you up there, and PTFE back. Why did that make you start running? Are you waiting on chlorine gas? I guess we should double check. Yeah, it's not using that iron chloride. Crazy. Why aren't you running? Dichloroethane, chlorine gas. Oh, I bet you it takes like 5. 6. Okay. Then I should really swap that out for something else. I will work on that another time. For now, it's fine. It's just slow. And I'm okay with slow. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to... I'm going to swap this over again. I like the fact that the carry-on mod makes all of this so much easier. Because you can just move things around. That's so awesome. Okay, so insane voltage transformer. If I go like that, I want it to go the other way. So I think we hit it with the soft hammer. We haven't used many transformers. No? No? Screwdriver. Go away. Thank you. Step up. IV to LUV. Yep, that's what we want. Okay. And then I'm hoping that we don't need another one of those. Shell-light wire. Do. Please don't explode. Good. We're good. And then we have the chemical bath. We're going to go ahead and do this. Oh, no. That one's fine. This one will just fill up. We'll put it like this, though. Because we are eventually going to upgrade this line, most of these lines, to the highest tier, I think. Because netherite is something we need. I need to just go through on an upgrading spree, but I need these... I need the circuit assembler. This doesn't help us with the circuit assembler. This just helps us get the pure netherite. Oh, right. This is a secondary tangent. Why are we doing this? It doesn't help us directly with getting the LUV circuit assembler, but it does help us get the large sieve and the void excavator and all of those things that I'm really struggling. I mean, we're processing everything as fast as we can, but I need to run these a little bit better, I think. Okay, so that means that I might not have enough item pipes. This guy comes along. One, two. Oh, we got just enough. And then I can still run along back here. And let's go ahead and give it a... I mean, it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter. Using the pipes to output stuff is a little bit rough because we have to fill this up. And the chemical bath is always rough because the output bus just fills up. We don't have anywhere near as much control as I'd like. But that's fine. Okay, so we've got the purified debris dust turning into pure netherite dust. Nice. And what I would like is... You know what? Actually, I just realized. We want this... Wait. Do we? Hold on. Purified debris dust. Goes back to debris dust. Goes to the chemical thing. We don't actually want this purified debris dust for anything else. But I might dump it into a packer, and then from the packer into a electromagnet, or not electrolyzer, just to get back the regular debris dust. Because, well, I don't know. I'm just gonna say I don't know a bunch of times. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so you're running, and we've got enough room in here. I think we probably just want to throw this into a blast furnace. We could run this at IV. We could put nitrogen. Actually, we'll probably just put nitrogen in there. I have been stopping that. I hadn't been doing the gases for a while, but that's because the ender tanks were being wonky about it. Okay, so what if we put in a... Nope. What if we put in a input bus right here? And... Oh, we don't have room for a... don't like that. What's above us? Nothing. It'll be okay. Yeah, it'll be okay. I want to put this blue light somewhere. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Yep. But that does mean I don't want that input bus there because it can't go there. It has to go up one. How are we going to do that, you ask? I don't know. I hate this, but we're going to do it this way anyways. We will grab a wooden crate right here. And we're just going to waste 2 robot arms to make this happen. Export, and then if I put the input bus down, got 4 pure netherite in you. Good. Great. Let's go get the rest of the stuff we need for... Oh. 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 I just realized I was being silly. We don't need 5 spaces. I have been doing those double... blast furnaces for so long, I hadn't even considered we can get by with a single. It's going to throw off my numbers because I'll have an odd number of electric blast furnaces left, but I think that this is an ideal situation where we should do that. That is funny. I don't know if you know when you have one of those and your brain just breaks for a second. I have one of those. I already have the other things. I need more. Oh, we need a muffler hatch. Yeah, and then don't I have some heat-proof heat fence, heat-proof filter casings? Am I out of? Did I put them in here maybe on accident? Duralumin, no. Where would they be? Are they in my inventory? They're in my inventory already. I was gonna build. I saw that this line. No, not this line. This line was a little empty. Oh, in fact, I already did. I added palladium because we need palladium sheets for one of the things. What was it for? Oh, LUV emitters need the palladium sheets. Okay, so I don't know that we got everything, but I think we're close. You can go there. Nope. You can go there. We'll hit you with an auto maintenance hatch. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it there so it's not like gonna look weird up there. And we need an output bus, and the output bus is gonna go on this side, I think. I don't know. I'm going back and forth. I'm gonna go ahead and skip the fluid this time. I can add the fluid later, but I'm really worried that it's gonna eat all of my production, and it's optional. So maybe we don't. That's it, right? Do I have a muffler? I did grab that, right? Yes. I need to make some more. I'm out. Okay. That's lined up properly. And you're lined up? You are? Okay. Oh, this is very exciting. Now, here's the question. Oh, no! It digs liquid helium! I hate that so much! Sorry, that's so mean. But still, I do. I really don't like it. But I did come up with a better way to do that. I am curious. Do we use these for anything else? Pure netherite plates are not used for anything. They are for sub-zero casing, which we need for the cryostate quantum chiller. What does the cryostate quantum chiller do? Quantum cooling. That's not how quantum works, but okay, cool. Cool. And bulk vacuum cooling. Okay, cool. We won't need it for a long time, but that means that I am going to pull it out elsewhere for processing. If the only thing we used was gears, I could just make the gears right there. All right. In the part factory, I have a lot of HSSG coil blocks. Oh, tungsten caught up. Kind of. A little bit. Why are you producing so many? Should we keep exact? We need what? Oh, no, just 16. Again. This is easy because it's just a single. I literally can't remember the last time. I mean, I think the first couple we made were singles, but even then I was like, we could share walls. That's so cool. Structure incomplete because we don't have power. I think we're going to have to be sassy about it. And this is not my ideal because I like to have it all the same, but, you know, the nice part about doing these specific chains is that I can be a little bit sassy. Okay, so this one's going to just go here and here. Can't do that because then I can't reach it. We'll do that and that. Got power. Need to go to... I can't reach the input hatch now. Input bus. Sorry, input bus. And you're going to be a 1. All right. This is a 60-second craft. That is not the slowest one ever, but it works. This guy is working. It's eating a ton of power, but it's less than... Oh, no. It's, I was going to say it's less than 1 solar panel, but that's in FE. In EU, it's a 4-to-1 ratio. This is less than 4. It's a 2.5. That's not bad. And it'll be running forever, so it's kind of bad, but not too bad, I don't think. All right, let's go make us a vacuum freezer. This was, I think I made this more than it had to be. If I'm post-morteming this whole process. I could have done this a lot easier, I think, but not as cool. I'm actually pleased with how this is turning out. Okay, so vacuum freezer, input bus, output. Oh, we need the hatches, which means this is going to be a bit of a pain. It's okay. I have plans. I have hatches, right? Where did I use them all? Oh, I've got a whole stack left. I went and made a bunch more, and I was like, how did I go through all of them already? Okay, let's see what we have. This is where the planning gets thrown off for me. I'd really like to be the kind of person. Let's I know that we could just let the chain run, but let's not. Come on, I have buses. There we go. So if I put you here, you got it, good. And then come on, maintenance hatches. Oh, that's why. That's another one where I'm running on autopilot on the back end of my mind sometimes. I think I have enough wires. We'll check in a second. And I definitely have one more energy hatch. That's Edie. There's Ivy. That would have been a fun. I should have just put it down and been like, oh no, I'm so surprised. And then nothing else. I did pick up. Okay, good. I was like, I swore I remember putting those in there. Okay, we have to change this around a little bit. Oh, I need an output bus, don't I? You'd think I'd remember where I put it just 2 seconds ago, but I'm not. Okay, so there's the output bus. So we need an input hatch and an output hatch. So basically we're going to create... This is the part that's frustrating. Okay, so we're going to waste an energy, a hatch doing this. But I'm okay with that. So, and I've been doing this so many times. Well, okay, so many times. I've done this like 3 times. This one will be hydrogen. Sorry, helium. And then... that one will be helium as well. Oh, that's why. Okay, I just figured out how to solve a problem. So on my HSSS, it runs for a while and then stops, and I just realized it's because these are like kissing each other. That's how I think of it. So instead, we'll go get a regulator. I need 2 regulators. Okay, so that's working. This is the input hatch. This is where new hydrogen is going to come in. Oh, wait a second. No, I'm doing this backwards. Output hatch, hydrogen. Why wouldn't that work? No, that would work. I was making it more complicated than it needed to be. Doesn't matter. This output hatch is still helium. This is liquid helium. So the liquid helium will output. It'll go into this input, and then once this fills, it'll know that it can use that. Let's go ahead and run this over while I'm thinking about it. And okay, so output hatch helium into helium, input hatch, I'm sorry, I'm thinking, and I don't remember how I did this. I think I need 3 spots. I thought I did it in 2, but I guess here. This is sorry. We're here. It's fine. We'll do this. I gotta go get a regulator. Okay, so modular router goes there, and then a pipe is going to go right here, and then we have to put a tank down. And so far I've been using small tanks, and we'll stick with that idea, because I do think I'm going to run out of helium soon. Sorry, steel drum, it's fine. You're going to go right there, and we'll connect those and those. We have to... Oh, that's how I did it. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to do it that way. I can't trust that the fluid things are going to fill this properly. So that's fine. We'll just do it like this. I've got a pump. Import. Yeah. And then we need 2 more of these guys. This is going to take a little longer to set up, but it's fine. And then I don't know what it's going to have. So let's go check our helium production, which I think is that one. Yes. We just need something that hasn't been used before. I did have this pipe coming over, supplying helium from the nether to the helium from the end, and then I realized helium from the nether is actually helium-3, so that wasn't going to work. So steel cell, universal cell, we'll go with fluid cell. So that means that sorry, let's double check. Yeah, that's got a location, so nope, we want the other one, see? Good thing I double checked. All right, so that one's there like that. This one goes in here. It's filled up. You are already set. And that's, like so. And put that in there. Put that in there. This has to come back. Good. Okay. Set. And I'm almost out of time to finish this. There's going to be a little bit of a rough noise here in a second. But this is filling up. This is filling up. That's good. And I could probably get by with the bronze drum, but that's what I had handy. Over here. Let's grab a couple of fluid regulators. Sorry for the awkward noise. I was just surprised with an event. And this one is going to import, and we're going to set it to MB. Nope. So if I set this to 750, import. Oh. Okay. I did that backwards then. Output hatch goes up. Input hatch goes down. The output hatch has to be helium. And we'll do that again. $750. So it's basically this. Okay, and then we have to prime it a little bit, and that's okay. I should be able to get by with just one. Okay, so this will create liquid helium, and then it should produce the pure netherite. Okay, so in 3 seconds. Finally, pure netherite. I'm going to let this run, and then if you recall, the reason we're doing this is we're just out of cobblestone, we're out of everything, and so we'll make this happen. This only does 4 things. It makes dust, sand, crushed blackstone, and gravel. So that's gonna. It's a bit of a big machine, but we can do that. And then, of course, the void excavator. The void excavator. I was gonna do that today, and then I thought, no, let's finish this project first. The sieve, and that one is just 4 recipes. We're just gonna dump each one into there, and I think we're gonna stick with the way we've got it. But I'm gonna have to be able to tear down. Oh, it's gonna be nervous-wracking. This is the last of the very old school setups we've got. Where is it? It's over there. I can tear down this, I think. Oh man. I might not tear down the water wheel yet. Sorry, the boiler yet. But everything else in here goes away. Everything else goes away. These guys, this setup, these guys go away. These guys go away. That guy probably goes away because I haven't needed treated wood planks in forever, and that's probably sufficient. Yeah, everything. Everything goes. Other than, in fact, I'm going to tear this down and replace it with, I don't know, tungsten steel crate or something. This wooden barrel goes away. Everything goes away. It's crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be epic. And I don't even need this guy anymore because, as Hyper mentioned, you can just craft it. It doesn't show up in JEI, but you can just craft it. 3 iron plates and any block makes a cover. All right, so we got pure netherite. I am very stoked about that. This is, I mean, you've seen it since the very beginning. It's been on the horizon since like episode 1, and so now we're there. So it's very exciting. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flippity flop.